Hello, hello, everyone. We are on day 10, so one third of the way through NaNoWriMo. I did some writing today, so I am actually, what am I at? 16, what I say, 16,000? So today's easy because you just multiply it by 10. So 16,670 is what I need. So I'm only missing 536 words. So I'm going to put that. I know you guys can't see these windows, but I'm going to put that as my session target is 536. Just so I know that I would be on par for today. Um, what I am going to do is I am going to organize a little bit here before I start. I had, you can see down here at the bottom, I have a recovered file from my last stream. It didn't save to the cloud. So when I worked on it this morning at Writing Group, I was working with an outdated copy. And so I just added this like random scene here because I didn't want to mess with any of the other scenes. And then I'm going to I'm going to have to put the stuff where it goes. And also, I'm coming up on, as you can see in this manuscript, running out of the of scenes that I've already written like kind of the synopsis for, which is kind of scaring me. I'm going to be honest. I do have a synopsis here, but it really starts to get kind of vague, and so I don't necessarily know what the next scenes are. So I'm going to do a little bit of that first. So a little bit of housekeeping, tidying up. But it'll also let you see a little bit more of Scrivener. So Scrivener allows you to do, each of these are scenes, and you can organize them also by chapters by putting them in folders. Additionally, you can color code these. You can put labels on them so that you can know who's in whose perspective you're writing, as well as just kind of help you with pacing. And it's really easy to just move these scenes around, which was really nice when I was doing, which doesn't seem like that would really matter. But when you're doing something like when I did Chasing a Cure, that was all, that had flashbacks in it. And so it was really helpful to go, okay, this is the past, this is the present, this is the past. It's very helpful to have those color coded so that because then I could just move them around. I'm like, well, what would happen if I moved this information further? What if you found out this information sooner? And then that kind of, it's just easy to move it and see what the kind of the timeline looks like and what kind of the reader experience would be. So these are basically little index cards for each of the scenes. And if you click the index card, then you can go to that actual scene. So what I am going to do, and I also had some organizational issues and just that I had written things that I thought were going to be scenes that didn't end up being scenes. So this one was like speaking with Jaden. I decided that we didn't really need Jaden there for that scene. It was the main character trying to decide if she was going to keep this job, and she was going to talk it out with Jaden. But I really wanted the main character to come to her own conclusions without anybody else. I wanted it to come from her own, internal conflicts and struggles and her strengths, as opposed to, maybe somebody trying to convince her. So this scene didn't really pan out. And that's why you can see it doesn't even have anything written in it. So I'm going to do a little bit of organization. And then I think I'm going to start writing. I've only got to do 500 words. I think I'm going to start writing the scene where we're really looking into that exploded artificial liver, see what's actually going on with it. which means I need to decide what's going on with it. But yeah. Okay. So this is here's meeting with the family and the insurance adjuster. All of this needs to be moved. So this is going to go under maybe the body, I believe. And I'll get to writing soon. I just want to go ahead and get this sort of where everything needs to be. Let's see. She cuts off an ankle. Liver. The livers are registered. Perfect. So we'll add this here. Add to body sync. Oh, it told me where to add it. I get ahead of myself, or not ahead of myself all the time. I would like to remove this comment. Also, by the way, this is a new version for me of this program. So I'm a little lost sometimes as to where everything is going. And then I'm moving this to the next of kin. Okay, so that incorporates all of the edits that I had that were conflicting. Move that to the trash. And what's fun about these cards is, see, you can also just kind of move them around if you want to do it freestyle and see, if you really want them to be kind of like index cards and toss them around. So I'm going to take this information and put it under next of kin, because there is some information there that I do want to put into that scene later. So then, speaking with Jaden, I'm going to toss that. Trash it to the trash. Okay. And because this hurts my head, I'm going to put them back in order. Add a new text. Examining liver. And I'm going to check my synopsis to see if there is actually anything in here that would tell me that I know anything about the liver. I'm starting to think I don't. I don't even think I knew it was a liver when I wrote the synopsis. Has asked about the faulty part. Nope. Yeah, I know nothing about it. So let's find out about it as we examine this liver. Let's see if I can add anything to this last scene, because that would be easier than starting a new scene. I'll be honest. I'm not ready to examine the liver. So the family went and identified the body, and they are already asking about this liver. It was a liver that was giving them trouble, and they wanted it replaced, and the company didn't want to replace it, and now the guy is dead. And it's weird because when the family came to identify the body, as they were leaving, they they happened to come across the insurance adjuster for the liver company. And Cass, who is the coroner, has not contacted this liver company. She thinks maybe her boss has, and has kind of is maybe undermining this whole situation. It's probably uncalled for that the insurance adjuster is there for during the identification of the body, to be honest. I don't know if he's going to try to write them a check and keep it off the books or what, but obviously things are going on going on in the surrounding area of Cass's autopsy. It's not just about Cass and her autopsy. There's already these other things at play here about money and faulty equipment, maybe safety recalls, and she's noticing that gears are turning without her. So she's very suspicious of this. So I think for examining the liver, we're going to have Neander as her boss. Her boss's boss, really. Sorry, this is small. Let me make it bigger. Well, that's making the cards bigger, not necessarily the words bigger. I'll just go ahead and finish doing this real quick for y'all. And then I'll get to the thing. I just want to write the synopsis for the scene. Neander impresses Cass on Alright. Here we go. I don't want to write, but I'm going to write because that's my writing. It's the writing stream. This is what we're doing. Oh yeah, that is one thing I was worried about. Because I cut and pasted things, the session target for the writing already says that I wrote 12,000 words, which is not true. So I will I will reset. Okay. This is how greedy I'm getting. I'm going. Okay. There we go. I cut that so that it would definitely count that as part of my thing. Okay. I wanted to get my 6 words. And I am refreshing the chat. It is not connecting. So if you're trying to talk to me, I apologize. You would think of one of these screens, one of them would tell me what's going on. I have informed in here 7 times, it feels like. I don't know what I'm doing here. Didn't know what the ethics were. Okay, I can send text messages, chat messages through here, so I am going to write my Patreon address on here for you guys. so that you at least have that. Because obviously my moderating my chat isn't going to work there. So, but we are here at least. And I can at least see any chat messages through the phone. So we've got that going for us. Did I seriously spell cirrhotic correctly that first time? I am amazed that it doesn't say that it's wrong. Two howevers make a not however. So we'll delete one of those. I'm trying so hard to just say there was a measuring stick next to the liver when she took a picture of it. It's very complicated, okay? If she wouldn't have a measuring stick, what if she... don't know what words I'm saying. All right. So that is about an hour here on stream. Not an hour of writing, but let's see how far we've gotten. I still haven't decided what has exploded the liver. So you see, I keep writing around it. Um, she's obviously not going to know what exploded the liver yet anyway. But I need to decide on it in order for her to find, the basic clues about it that she's going to piece together. I think one of the next ones is going to be next scenes is going to be talking to the insurance adjuster and discussing, what could have gone wrong with this liver and maybe, what maybe he's trying to hide. And then eventually there's going to be a second victim. So I am both excited and also confused as to how the middle of the story, how all of these scenes that I want, how they're going to connect, and what comes up next. But I think there's some good stuff in what I just wrote, even if I am writing around the bush a little bit. I wrote 1,167 words, so that puts me at 17,301 for this manuscript. So I am on track, if not a little ahead, which is good. I need that. Oh, hi, The Real Salties. Welcome back. I just finished up writing good bit of a scene for examining that artificial liver that exploded. I think that's actually probably going to be it for today, but I'm considering getting back on to play Graveyard Digger. I have some other projects that I want to do around the house, but I also haven't done Graveyard Digger in a while, and it's nice to get some virtual tasks done as well. How is your writing going, The Real Salties? Does anyone notice that black tea, as it gets cold, it starts to smell kind of like nicotine, like tobacco? It's weird. Is that the tannin? Is there tannin in tobacco? Or is it just because I've been thinking about livers and how they filter stuff that I'm all of a sudden thinking about drugs? Going to update my word count on NaNoWriMo. What I say? 17,301. So, yay. That puts me at 35%. So that's good. That's a little bit, 34.6%. And that's at 10 out of the 30 days. So, yeah. I've written 2,439 words today. That was between today and that was between this writing session, and also I had a morning writing group at a coffee shop today. So I think that's about half and half, right? So, all right, well, I hope you all have a good evening. I will be back on tomorrow morning to write. If I don't get back on in the next 20 or 30 minutes to do Graveyard Digger. So you all have a great night, and I'll talk to you later. Thanks for joining.